welcome to 50 Movies in 50 Weeks. I'm your host, Joey Hollywood, and I'm trying to get through all 50 movies in this 50 movie box set from Mill Creek in 50 weeks. The movie I watched today was called Bloodlust from the year 1959. And what this movie is an adaptation of A Most Dangerous Game. I read A Most Dangerous Game in high school. I remember absolutely nothing about it. I've seen several movies based on this story. I've seen the classic one. I've seen the one with, I think Ice-T did one. Man, they remake this movie a lot. And they always call it something other than A Most Dangerous Game. It's a good premise. I like A Most Dangerous Game, so I was happy that it was something familiar and something I knew I'd like. And this was a pretty dang good movie, I have to admit. I really enjoyed it. It differs from the original story with, instead of it just being one guy washing up on a beach, it's a group of teens. They go up on an island, they meet an eccentric millionaire who's, he's got like this game preserve, and he reveals to these kids that the hunt of animals lost its appeal to him, and now he hunts the most dangerous animal, man. And for some reason he thinks these 4 teenagers is worthy prey, and he sits them out in the woods and he starts hunting them down. And what makes this movie fun is the characters in it. There's some decent set pieces for the time this movie came out in. This print looks like it was taken straight from a VHS tape, so it's got a warm quality to it. Not necessarily good picture, but it is a familiar picture style to me. I felt like I was a kid watching something on VHS. But yeah, the movie's constantly going. It never feels like it's dragging, which, believe me, is something that you want from a box set like this. Good movie. I really dug it. Not the best version of A Most Dangerous Game out there, but I seriously liked it. I was like, wow. Took me by surprise when I said Bloodlust. I thought it was going to be about some monster. The end of the movie, one of my favorite things about this movie though is when it ends, it says, what did it say? Let me look at my notes. It says on the screen, "The End of Bloodlust," all big across the screen. And I was like, oh, thanks, movie. It doesn't just say the end, it says "The End of Bloodlust." But yeah, it was a pretty fun little flick. The characters were interesting. Because the hunter in the movie, he taxidermies his prey or his victims, and he has a special trophy room of his human victims. And you can just tell they're just guys trying to hold really still. It's kind of like that episode of The Twilight Zone where you can tell the mannequins are just people trying to hold really still. That's the way it is. But it's charming. It was a charming movie. This thing kind of reminded me of staying up really late at night, and just random movies would come on regular television, and I would just watch just some strange movie I'd never heard of, and then go to sleep and probably never think about it again. That's what this reminded me of, and I haven't felt that way in a while, but I enjoyed it. I don't know. If you like A Most Dangerous Game, check this one out. You might like it, you might not. But that's it for now. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week. Remember, please be kind and rewind.